Okay, so here I've written the word alphabet. Okay, and this is how we say it in English. The alphabet. And the alphabet is pertaining to the wheel of fortune that is the zodiac. And you've got your ABCs all the way around the wheel and your 12 constellations. That's what creates your ABCs. Okay, and technically, when you came here, you rolled your die, which is your literal die, you guys. Notice how it's got a dot there, too. The dot on the die is for the ace in the hole. Okay, because you're the ace in the hole. This is the grand portal. This is the black hole right here. This is the number 1 space on the ace. Because ace is number 1, you guys. Because number 1 is the A. So here's ace right here. This is your holy, holy, holy hole in 1. If you notice on a die, this is the amount on a die for each face of the die. This is the amount that is available. Okay, so here's the ace right here at center, and then you have the hole right here. See how I connected these dots for you? Oop, there he goes. Yeah, and you will see going around here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces that we used. Okay, so the one, he goes into the 8 pit, which is sine wave city, because here's your sine wave up, and here's your sine wave down, right there, and they connect to form the 8, or you've got your circle and your circle. Okay, and notice how this is a square, but this can also be likened into a circle, you guys, right here. Because this is the O pin on the die. I've shown you the O pin before on your keypad. Okay, and the O pin is connected to the double O, which is your OO. Okay, and your OO is 30. And I've done all the keypad stuff before on my page, so if you're lost of what I'm talking about, please go watch my videos. I am discussing Saturn Square, constellations of the zodiac, and how this plays with your ABCs of Ra for your alphabet. Okay, so 30 is on the keypad as well with your numbers when you, because this is your keypad too. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how 5 is at center. 5 will always be at center because X marks the spot. X marks the spot every single time, you guys, for your Pyrats. Okay, and your Pyrats is pointing to your Tar of Saturn's black cube. So you've got your 5 at center, and then you've got 6, and then you've got 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is your keypad. I've shown before how 30 is pertaining to the pin, proton, electron, and the neutron, found on the keypad here. Okay, and how 30 connects you with your OO, that connects you with your ace in your hole for your pair of dice earth, where you get your snake eyes for your 20/20 vision on the die. Okay, now if we take this right here and we add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, we know this is 10, plus 6, plus 7, 8, 9. Haha, funny joke about 7, 8, 9, you guys. 7 did eat 9, and when he did, he was 7 plus 9. Okay, and 7 plus 9 is 16. And 1 and 6 is 7 for your king. There you go. Because your king, once you get your 9, you're a king upon the land. You've got your 9 months of birth, your 9 months in the womb tomb. Okay, and then as the say 10, you come upon the land. Right there, because you're whole. You're complete. As the zygote, you have completed the bronze matrix. And once you get to the 10, you enter upon the land. Okay? Then this is where it comes into play, where you've collected your 9 zodiacal salts as a man who is complete at 9, comes on the earth as the say 10, where he must find his 3 salts that he lacks for his complete 12. Okay, and you find your other salts based on your diet. Your body is based on a cellular level of building blocks pertaining to the zodiac. The zodiac will have your zodiacal salts or your salts of salvation. This is what your diet's based on for your blood. So everybody doesn't need to have the same kind of diet, just so you know. They need different salts, and these different salts are based on their different astrological signs. This is what the alphabet is telling us, okay, because we made a bet when we got here. And I'm showing you how to read the bet to make your lives better. Okay, notice how bet, if you add a T-E-R for Terra Earth, you will get better. And the better can turn to butter. And butter is gold, you guys, and it comes from a cow, an alpha. Notice how the alpha is the alpha. Okay, notice how your alpha here carries AI, right there. The ancient intelligence. Notice how your alpha carries PHI. Okay, now I know this is an L, but I've told you before in my videos, you've got L, and then you've got I. See? And then you have number 1. Notice how they all look the same. Okay, and then in your alpha, you've got pi. Okay, and then in your alpha, you've got the bookends of what is A and A, 11, right there. And then tucked in between A and A, you've got LPH or IPH. Notice in alpha, okay, there's an IPA. Okay, and then in Hebrew, this word here, Teb, because we need to use our mirror. Everything you do, you need to use your mirror. You need to know the rules. The vowels are silent letters. They can be added and taken away for your scripts. Okay, and then you've got a B, E-T. You've got a B right there. You also have a B just right here, and right here in the B, you've got a 13. In the bet, you also have an ET for an extraterrestrial. And I've shown you before about the TEB and how this can become a DET, a debt. Okay. The TED can be the TED as well. We have to use our mirror to find the words. Notice how in Hebrew the word bet sounds like bait. Okay, and this is where your bait box will come into play. Your bait box for Jack in the Box. Okay, and I know a lot of people, they're probably getting upset with me because I'm talking about the box so much. I'm not talking about the sacred circle. When you're talking about the alpha, you're always talking about the circle, you guys, just so you know. The circle is the holy sphere, it. And it is for your information technology of the holy sphere. Everything is cubed out, but it's also sphericaled out. And therefore, because it's spherical, you can see all the dimensions in the matrix, and they're all connected like this. Everywhere you look is a grid with circles around it with multiple dimensions, and when you speak, you're echoing through all of these chambers. When you walk, your energy, your kinetic energy is going and moving through all of these. You might be here, but you're felt here as you're progressing. Okay, it's the same way with the sacred circle and how it works, and your multi-dimensions for your multi-dimensional player that you are here in the alphabet. Okay, we make a bet and we win. How do we win? When we get upon the land. We're winners as soon as we get here, you guys, upon the land. We access the crown at birth upon the land. We're not waiting to receive anything. Everything was gifted to us here when we were called to enter into time and become the zygote, to become the you, and then to become the crown king victor who has won from beginning. Okay, and then we get to reign upon the land as the reindeer. And the reindeer